room today. So welcome to Strong and Steady, and I'm Molly. So we're going to find enough room that we're going to be able to get 2 or 3 steps to either side, front and back. So plant your feet right under your hips, about hip width distance apart, toes straight ahead, and then we're going to draw up through the arches of the feet. So just kind of push down through all 4 corners of your feet. Feel your arches lift, and when you do that, you may notice your kneecaps coming up, the quads are going to tighten up just a little bit. You're going to just do a slight pelvic tilt, so you're going to be drawing down through the glutes are going to tighten up. That's going to draw the navel into the spine. Then from there, think about reaching the top of your head to the sky. Taking a nice big deep breath, arms down by your side. Now let's inhale up, then exhale that nice deep breath down. Okay, let's do that one more time. Take in your nice big deep breath as we reach up. And exhale, arms all the way down. This time when we go up, we're going to inhale up and come halfway. So go inhale up, exhale halfway down. Stop right about shoulder height. We're going to pull the shoulders back. So try to squeeze your scapula in towards your spine and then draw your elbows down a little bit. And just hold it right there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now push your hands out to the side like you're trying to push something away. Activate those muscles in your arms. So like tighten those muscles up, bicep, triceps, maybe even your upper back. And then pull your fingertips up to the sky. So have nice flat hands and start some little mini circles. So little itty bitty circles with those arms in an active position. Letting someone in, so keep going, keep doing your little circles. And then reverse your circles. So go the other way and keep it nice and tight. Keep those arms nice and firm and active. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's just relax the arms down, shake them out. All right, so we're going to do a stir the pot. So we have our feet under us, hip width distance apart. Then we're going to grab like we have some sort of a huge spoon right in front of us. And we are in a pot. So we're going to stir it first by just starting out doing these little hip circles. So from your feet up through the crown of your head, you're just rotating around just as though you were a big spoon or a ladle in a pot. And gradually these little circles are going to get bigger and bigger. And then you're going to take your arms out in front and we're going to stir that pot. So we've got the hips going. We're circling around the feet, and now you're taking your arms out. Get just a little bigger this time. Go bigger with the arms, pull it in tighter. Bigger with the arms, pull it in tight. One more time, big. Now stop in the center, let's go the other way. So start little, get that pot stirred. Now start to make these a little bigger, reaching, pulling it in tight. Reaching big circles, pull it in. We got one more time. Reach it out there and pull it in. Good. And take your hands down by your side, palms facing front, thumbs out to the side. Let's look up to the sky as we press the back of the hands behind us, looking up, taking a nice big deep breath. And then exhale your breath and let your shoulders sink down. Still pressing the back of the hands. One more big deep breath. Still looking up. All right, exhale. This time relax and bring your head back to neutral. Nice. All right, hands to the hips. We're going to shift the weight to one foot and then shift it to the other foot. Take your feet slightly wider than your hips now. So we're just gradually bringing the weight over to one side and then the other. Start to point through your toes. So you're lifting your heel. We're going to gradually make these movements a little bit bigger. You can start to bend through the knees. We're getting our ankles warmed up, calves warmed up, work our way up our legs. So now we're going to bend through the knee, point the toe, add a little push. So we're pushing off just a little bit. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to add a press. So alternating arms, we're going to press it out front. Press it and press it. Good. Press. So think about pointing that toe, pressing with the hand, getting that rotation diagonally across the body from fingertip to toe. Press for 4. Pull your navel into your spine. Make sure you keep your shoulders down away from the ears. 2, And last one, now take your arm, press it up overhead. If that's painful, stay out front. So if you have any kind of pinching in the shoulder and it's safer to press out front. All right, now think about there's something in the way. You're gonna push it and push it. Get it out of the way. If you're out front, you're pushing here. All right, we got 4 more. 4, push, 3, push it out of the way, 2, and last one. All right, swing your arms side to side. Just let them swing from about shoulder height. And then we're gonna see if we can lift the foot up off the floor with just a little lift. A little lift. Now, this is gonna test your balance a little bit. If that's tough for you, just barely lift your leg up off the floor. If you wanna make it a little more challenging, see if you can go just a little higher. Lift, lift, good. Let's go 5, and 4, and 3, 2. All right, one more to the right and the left. And hands to the hips. Bring your heel up behind, so you're gonna do a little hamstring curl, pulling that heel up, squeezing it up behind you for 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's add a reach and pull with the arms. So you reach and squeeze. You're pulling those elbows down and back. Shoulders stay down away from the ears. Think about driving your navel into the spine. And squeeze those elbows back. 5, and 4. Keep going. 3, and 2, and one more each side. Good. Hands to the hips. Now tap your heel in front. So tapping the heel right here. Press and press. All right, so we can take bigger steps and really pushing through that heel, making that a little more challenging, or you can stay right here. But now let's add that reach and pull. So we're pressing through the heel, squeezing back with those elbows, press and press. Good. And 4 more. 4. Squeeze back with those elbows. 3, and 2. Last one, right here, both sides, and march it out. Good, let's get our chest lifted and start to bring those arms just a little bigger, knees a little higher. Think about that posture. All right, we haven't done our posture on the wall yet today. Let's do it right here in motion. So think about the crown of the head reaching for the sky. Think about bringing that navel in towards the spine, kind of drawing in like a corset through the mid of the body. So you're supporting your spine. And then let's take it wide with the legs, wide with the arms. Start to lift those elbows out to the side and get those knees high. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's return to center and then focus again on that posture right here from movement. Crown of the head is reaching up to the sky. Navel's drawing into the spine. Good job. 5, 4, 3. Let's take it wide right here. Elbows high, knees high. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Return to center. And let's go ahead and shake out those arms. All right. And pick up a set of dumbbells. Make it a light set. So when I say light, anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds, 3 would be the max. So we're going to have our dumbbells in our hands, and then you're going to bend your elbows 90 degrees, palms face each other. We want to make sure that we keep the shoulders down away from the ears, belly tucked in, all right? And then we're going to raise up to the side. So now you're going to look and make sure you're at a 90-degree angle, level with the shoulder, and draw it back down. Let's bring it back up. Bring it back down. Let's add a little tap out to the right side. So tap out and bring it down. Left side. Now, if you want to keep your cardio going, start pushing off your foot. So push together, push together. Good. We're starting out with a little cardio today. And then towards the middle, we're going to work on the posture, really working on keeping the core engaged. Lots of balance. All right. Press. 3. We got 2 more whole ones. 1 more each side. Good, and stop right here in the center, arms down by your side. Let's do a big shoulder roll. Roll and settle your arms down. Let your palms turn to the front. Let your arms just relax down by your side. See if you can feel a stretch through your shoulders, maybe even into your neck. Okay, good job. Now, bring those palms back up. Face center. Now we're gonna add a tricep kickback. So from the side, elbows are gonna come back like you got your chicken wings. And drive your navel into your spine, knees are bent. We're gonna press back, bring it in. Now, press back, squeeze those triceps. Like you're trying to press that pinky up to the sky. And then we're gonna add a tap back, start right foot, right here. So it's tap, bring it in, tap, bring it in. You don't have to do the tap backs. If you're really just wanting to focus on those muscles, you can. The tap back just adds a little element. For some people, maybe cardio. For others, a little imbalance. And for others, more of a functional movement, working the entire kinetic chain, all the way from the head to the toes. Good. Let's go for 5. Keep those elbows high. 4. 3 more. Woo, feeling it. 2 more. And last set, 1 on each side. Good, arms down by your side, feet together, big shoulder roll. Inhale and exhale, let your arms sink down by your side. Palms facing forward, good job. All right, now we get to do some bicep curls. So this time, palms are gonna maintain facing front. Elbows pinned in alongside your ribs or just above your hip bones. Make sure your shoulders are down and back. And then we're going to bicep curl up, slow and down, slow. We're gonna do this a couple times. Make sure you get some engagement through the biceps. 1 more time. Now we're gonna add a tap back right foot. So tap and forward, step back left. Good. And back. Now you can add that little push off. Keep the cardio going. Right here, just make sure you have control and you feel stable. If you're not feeling so stable, just tap your toe back. Or you could just stand in one spot. Good. If you're wanting that cardio, you can press and push. Push. Good. Just keep the shoulders down. Keep your navel drawing into the spine. Knitting your ribs together. Whew. We got 4 more. 4. And 3. Whew. All right, 2 more sets. And 1 more each side. Good, let's bring those arms down. Feet together, big shoulder roll. This time, as you shoulder roll up and take your deep breath, look up. Now exhale your breath and let your arms just relax down by your side. Still looking up. Inhale again. Exhale, let your arms relax even more and head back to neutral. Nice job. All right, set 1 weight down. I'm just gonna be working with 1 weight for a minute. Keep your weight in your right hand and bring your feet a little bit wide, so a little bit wider than your hips. And we're going to bring the weight. So you're gonna point with your toe. We're shifting the weight over to your left leg. The weight's in your right hand. You're going to shift the weight over here, and then we're going to shift our weight over to the other side and pull back with that weight. Shoulder height. Don't let the dumbbell come any higher than your shoulder, and then you're going to shift your weight, and then you're going to pull that elbow back. We're going to shift weight, and we're going to keep going right here. Now, this can be done nice and slow at kind of a half pace. It's going to be a little safer for the shoulder. For some of you, if you want to speed it up a little bit, you can bring it up to about this pace right here, but don't make your arm be swinging through space. You're controlling it the whole time. We're using that upper back to control that weight, to squeeze that elbow back. For 5, and 4, 3, 2. All right, one more time. And bring it back to center. Switch hands. And then we're going to switch the weight over to the right foot. Left hand is here. Point with the left toe. And then we're going to shift weight as we pull that dumbbell back to the shoulder. All right, so remember, we're driving with the elbow, not driving with the shoulder. So you're pressing that elbow back and forward. Press and forward. Good. Let's go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one right here. Good. And weight comes down, arm to the side, and bring your feet back together. And now let's pick up the resistance band. So you can set that weight down. Pick up your resistance band. And your hands are going to be about hip width distance apart, facing up. Thumbs facing out to the side. And for those of you that want to keep the cardio going, you can add a little bit of a plie squat to this by taking your feet wide. If you're not comfortable with plie squats, you can do this from a chair or from a standing position. Just get your tall posture. If you're in your plie, you're going to have your toes going out. Same direction the knees are going to follow. You're going to drop through the spine, shoulders down and back, squeeze, engage through your glutes back here. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this apart, like you're drawing your hands out to the side, squeezing your shoulders down and back, drawing your navel into your spine, coming back to center. Then we're going to add the plie. We're going to do it at the same time. You go down, come up. So you're pulling apart as you come down, coming up is together. All right, let's go for 8. Bring it together. 7, bring it together. 6, keep those elbows in close, keep those shoulders down. 5, squeezing those glutes. 4, 3, pull it open, and one more time, pull it open. Good, and come back up. You can leave your feet in your plie squat if you're comfortable with that. And we're going to bring the band out to shoulder height. Take your hands quite a bit wider than they were, not as wide as your arms, but quite a bit wider than your shoulders. And then we're going to pull this band back towards our chest, our upper kind of clavicle area. And when we do that, squeeze the elbows down and back. So this is a wide W. And then you come back out front, just above shoulder height. Squeeze back to your wide W and come back out front. Now, let's add that plie. Those of you that want to add this little extra right here, plie, bring it up. Pull it back, squeeze it down. Good. Bring it forward. Pull it back, squeeze it down, that wide W, pull it out. Bring it down and squeeze. Bring it back out front. All right, let's go for 8. And front. And 7. And front. And 6. And front. And 5. I'm feeling it in the glutes. And 4. We got 3 more to do. Squeeze it right here. 3. 2. All right, last one right here. Make it a good one. Squeeze everything right there. And come back up. Arms come down. Shake them out. Good. We have one more thing to do with our band. So you can choose the legs. You can stay with the plie. You can sit in a chair. You can have your feet under you and just stand up nice and tall. If you're standing up nice and tall, there's no squat involved. So those of you that are comfortable with this, we're going to do some triceps. If you're having issues with your shoulder and this is not comfortable for you, you will do where you come out front, shoulder height, and just press the band out like that. It's the same basic motion. So we're just pressing from a 90-degree bend. So those of you with shoulder pain, do it this way. The rest of you, we're going to go overhead, start out in a goalpost. And you're going to make sure that your hands are just slightly in front of you to where when the band comes down, it's going to just skim your face. And we're going to press those arms out straight. Bring it back up to your goalpost. So this is for those of you that do not get any pinching in your shoulder. For those of you that do get pinching in your shoulder, you're going to do the version where you're here, pressing out. All right, I'm gonna go back to doing it up. Goal post, press. So that band is just skimming your face as you come down and as you come up. Now, add your plie. So take it down, bring it up, squeeze those glutes, and bring it up. Whew. Really keep those shoulders down and back. Elbows are not moving, just from the elbow to the fingertips. We got 3 more. Squeeze, glutes at the top, 2 more. Woo. 1 more time. Press it down, squeeze the glutes all the way up, resist that band, and release. Good, let's set the band aside. And we're gonna come over to our wall now. So we just did a lot of shoulder work. So rather than putting your back on the wall to begin with, stand parallel to the wall, or adjacent, basically, perpendicular, I guess it would be. So you wanna be just close enough that you can place your hand on the wall, and my hand is directly to my side. The way the camera is angled, it always looks like I'm standing in front of my arm, but it's actually directly alongside me. Like that's the angle of my camera, so it's like that. But you have your hand as flat as you can get it. Don't put a lot of pressure on it, but you want to have a flat hand, fingertips facing backwards. And then there's a stretch. You're probably feeling it already. Starts in the chest, works through the shoulder, down through the bicep, and then the forearm, then the wrist. So what we're going to do to increase that stretch is you're going to take your torso and your eyes, and you're just going to turn them slightly away. So now you're not just turning your head, you're turning everything through the torso, away from the wall, getting that stretch a little deeper. Just don't allow that shoulder to ride up towards the ear. Let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now rotate back to center, switch arms. Place that palm flat, shoulder height, arm is straight. First, get that position, feel that stretch across the chest and arm, and then slowly rotate the torso away, keeping your eyes and nose in alignment with your chest. And feeling that little bit deeper stretch into the chest, shoulder, and arm. Maybe into your forearm and wrist. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Rotate back to center. Arm comes down. And then we're going to put both hands on the wall. This is new. Both hands on the wall. Feel a little bit so that when you are close to the wall, you can straighten your arms out, but not too far. You don't want to have your feet back here like this. You want to be directly under feet, under hips. Hands are on the wall. Arms are fairly straight. You don't have to lock out your elbows. And then we're just going to walk our fingers up the wall. So if you have shoulder pinching and this is too much for you, don't take your arm any higher than is comfortable, and maybe even try doing it at a wider position. Just climb up the wall. Once you get your hands up about as high as you feel comfortable and your arms are straight, see if you can let your head and chest sink in towards the wall. This should be a nice stretch across the chest. If you're having shoulder pain, you could try to do it from down here. And we're just sinking into the wall. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now push yourself back up and walk your hands back down the wall. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time. Walk your fingers up the wall. If you're having shoulder pain, walk your fingers out to the side. And then you're gonna see if you can just rest towards the wall, letting your head and chest sink towards the wall. And there's a really deep stretch that starts to happen through the chest, your lats, your arms. And you don't want to force it, you just want to have a nice, comfortable stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Walk yourself back, hands come back down, and relax, and turn yourself around. All right, let's work a little bit on some core here. So feet are 8 to 12 inches, depending on your leg strength, away from the wall. Hip distance apart, toes straight ahead. And then if your feet are farther out and you want to work your legs a little bit, you're going to have your feet just far enough out that you can do a little chair squat without your knees passing in front of the midfoot. You need to just stay kind of above the ankle. Now press your low back right into the wall right here. This is where we turn on these abdominal muscles these muscles that support your spine and your posture. So low back is pressing in so tight that if I had a piece of paper behind your back, I couldn't pull it out. So think about how tight that must be. Really, really sink that navel like it's trying to make it all the way to the wall. All right, we got that all fired up. Now, see if you can get the back of your head on the wall. If not, just think about a double chin because we want to keep the chin level to the floor as you press your head back. So we're aligning our ear, shoulder, and hip all in one straight line. That is good posture. So that's what good posture should feel like, but our muscles and joints aren't always comfortable with that. So we have to teach them, we have to remind them what their position should be. So now let's drive that navel in one more time. Since we were kind of talking, we may have forgot. Really get that navel in, and now bend your arms to 90 degrees. See if you can get your elbows on the wall, at the same time keeping your low back pressed in and the back of your head on the wall, or at least reaching for the wall with the double chin. All right, now press your elbows about 30 to 40% of your strength. Just press, press, press. We're gonna hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let your arms relax. You can relax your back just a little bit. And let's do it again. Get that low back pressed in. Do that pelvic tilt. Make sure it's nice and snug. Elbows up against the wall. Let's press the elbows in. 30 to 40% of your strength. And press like that wall is in the way. You got to move it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, now take your hands out to the side, just about 30 degrees, 40, maybe 45. Whatever is comfortable for you, but definitely not any higher than where your hips are located. And then press the backs of your hands into the wall. Tighten up your arms. Get those nice active muscles in your arms all fired up. Now your low back is going to get pressed into the wall again. Now let's press the backs of the hands and the low back at the same time for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And you can shake them out if that feels good. Now let's do it again. Arms out to the side. Backs of the hands on the wall. Low backs pressing into the wall. Let's fire it up. And press 20, 30, maybe 40% of your strength into the wall. Right here, press 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake out your arms. Now, if your legs are starting to burn because you're down here in a little chair squat, you can always push yourself up the wall and just stand a little bit higher, bring your feet back a little bit. It'll stop the legs from burning. All right, so we're gonna go one more. This time our arms are gonna be out to the side. So low back, drive it into the wall, back of the head on the wall. Now take your arms up, right about shoulder height, thumbs facing the sky. Press your low back into the wall. Get those abs all fired up. Squeezing those in and down, pressing that low back into the wall. Now take the backs of the hands, press those into the wall. Let's fire this up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. One more of those. Bring those arms up. And thumbs face the sky, shoulder height. Arms are nice and firm. So your active arms, press your low back into the wall. Press the backs of the hands into the wall. Let's press right here, 20 to 30% of your strength. Woo, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good job. All right, shake those arms out just a little bit. And then you can hinge forward and press your hands onto the wall and push yourself off. Come up nice and tall. Good job. All right, let's come over to our chair. So from the chair, I'm going to do it from the back rest of the chair today. You can just stay facing me. I'm doing it this way so you can see me. So from the back rest of the seat, you're going to be just far enough away that you can reach the back of the chair and straighten out your arms. And then bring your arms down by your side. So stand up nice and tall. Get your good tall posture here. Just like on the wall, think about what did you just do? You did a little pelvic tilt. You were bringing the navel into your spine. You were drawing your shoulders down and back. And we were giving ourselves a double chin. So we're in this nice tall posture. Let's take a nice big deep breath, reaching those arms up overhead, inhaling as you go up. Now exhale, arms come down, and then bring your hands out to the seat. And what we're going to do from here is you're just going to hip hinge forward. So right from the hip, you're hinging, your elbows bend. And now drive your navel and back into your spine. So you can see on me, because I'm really good at getting a nice arch in my back. That's my natural. If you can see on me, driving my navel in flattens out my back. That's what we want. So you're using your abdominal muscles. Take your right leg out behind you, lift it up, stabilize yourself on the standing leg hip, draw up and out of that hip. So if you are sinking into that hip like this, you're going to feel your bone right into your hip joint. You want to draw up through that standing leg hip. Now press that leg behind you like you're trying to push that heel back to the wall behind you. And then extend out. If you've got your right leg up, extend your left arm. See if you can hinge a little bit more level to the floor. Right here. Draw that navel in. Press that heel. Extend those fingertips. And let's hold it right here with 8 little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your hand back and your foot back to the floor. And let's do the other side. So extend out the other leg. Flex that foot, toes going to the floor, heels pushing behind you, navel into your spine. Draw up and out of this hip so that you're not sinking into your hip, but you're pushing up out of it. And then extend opposite arm. And let's extend the fingertips as far away from your heel as you possibly can. Fire it all up for 8 little pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arm back down, foot back down. This time we're going to bend through the knees, press the weight back behind you. Lift the chest, eyes, draw your navel into your spine, hands to heart center. And let's do some little pulses right here in your little chair squat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep your eyes lifted, chest lifted, and come on up. Good, nice big deep breath, reaching up. This time look up and exhale your breath, arms come down. All right, hands to the seat, hip hinge. This time we're gonna add a little motion to this. So right leg out, left arm extends. Get that nice control through your core, fingertips extend, heel presses. And now let's bring the elbow and the knee together. So squeeze it together. Extend them apart. Squeeze them. Now when you're squeezing them together, you're really trying to draw your rib cage down towards your hips. Squeezing, extending. Now squeeze tight. Extend nice and long. Squeeze nice and tight. Extend nice and long. 2 more times. Draw it in. Squeeze. Extend. 1 more time. Squeeze it in. And extend it out. Good. Let's lower the hand and the foot down. And switch sides. So now your left leg comes up, right arm. Feel that nice stability first. Drawing the navel in, fingertips extend, heel reaches. And then draw your elbow and your knee to the center. Squeeze it. And extend it. Good. Let's pull it in. Squeeze it. Remember, the rib cage is trying to draw down towards the hips, squeezing the navel in towards the spine. Reach and pull. 4 more. Reach. Squeeze. 3 more. Squeeze. And 2. Okay, we got 1 more. Let's make this one a good one. Squeeze it in really tight. And extend it out nice and long. Foot down, hand down. Bend through your knees, shift the weight behind, chest comes up, and draw the navel into your spine, hands to heart center, pulse it for 8, 7, if you want to take it deep with me, you can, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come on up, nice big deep breath, reach up, exhale, arms come down, great job, all right. Let's do a couple curtsies. So from your chair, you can stay facing me. I'm gonna have my chair to the side. You can have your chair in front of you. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna be standing on your right leg, taking your left leg behind you, and you are gonna do like you're doing a little curtsy. So you just kind of curtsy and come back up. Curtsy, come back up. Now, you don't have to go very deep into the curtsy, or you can go really deep into the curtsy, but then we're gonna add a leg lift out to the side. So you go curtsy, leg lift, curtsy, leg lift. So if it bothers you to do the curtsy with the knee, don't go very deep. Just do a little bit of a curtsy and then lift that leg out to the side. My chair's in the way. Let's down and lift. Yeah, good. So a small curtsy could be something like this, then the lift. Curtsy. Let's do 4 more, or it can be deep and lift. The key is we're trying to keep that knee in alignment with the toe. 3, 2, okay, we got 1 more. And up, good. Let's switch sides. So now we're gonna do the opposite leg. So standing on one leg, take the other leg back behind you slightly. And then we're gonna add that little curtsy, just a little bend. And come up, your leg can come out the first couple times. You're just getting a feel for your curtsy, how deep to go. All right, 1 more. Now we're gonna add the leg lift and lift. Tap and lift. It can be a tiny little curtsy, or you could bring it down and really get some depth to this right here. This is working your, what's called your medial glute medius. And it's the one that stabilizes your hips when you do anything side to side or on uneven surfaces, maybe walking on grass or sand. Some muscles that stabilize your hips. Even walking straight ahead, really. Okay, we got 3 more. I'm feeling it. 2 more. 1 more right here. Whew. Excellent, foot down. And let's just make sure we have enough room to take in a nice big deep breath, get your tall posture, and reach up to the sky. Now exhale, bring your arms down behind your back. See if you can clasp your hands together like this. And if you can't, just set your hands on your hips, pull your elbows down and back. And if you can clasp, you're going to clasp your hands as best as you can and then draw the hands down towards the floor and shoulders back. And this is an excellent stretch for the front of the body, through the shoulders, all the way through the arms, the chest. Now let's look up just slightly, taking a big deep breath. And exhale, release your hands and shake them up slightly. All right, so we are going to do some balance. So time to take the shoes off. And if you have your dumbbells handy, we can do our little stretch with a little slight massage. If you have your dumbbell, set it on the floor, just in front of where you're going to be doing your balance training. And then choose a foot, whichever foot you want to start with. And you're going to stand up nice and tall, but then you're going to bend one leg, and that's the foot you're going to set the ball of your foot right on your handle of your dumbbell. So from here, now you're going to bend your knee, the back knee, and then hinge forward. So the front leg that's on the dumbbell is still straight. The knee behind is bending, and we're hinging forward. So you're just putting a little bit of pressure right on the ball of the foot where it's on that dumbbell. So start over on the pinky side of your foot and put a little pressure. Excuse me. Put a little pressure and then gradually roll each foot bone across until you get over to the big toe side and hold it there. All right, let's go back the other way. Nice and slow and controlled. Ah, ooh, that was a good spot right there. All right, and then go back 1 more time towards the big toe and hold it over there. 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Come back up. And now you're going to take your foot, you're going to bend your knee, just set the ball of your foot up, standing up tall. So we're no longer bent forward, we're standing up nice and tall. You're just going to set the ball of your foot right on that dumbbell again, and then do the same thing. So you're going to go over to the pinky side, roll across. You may have noticed some little tender spots the first time. So now you're going to put less pressure, if you choose, rolling across that area, or you can add a little extra pressure just by leaning forward into it. If you like how that feels, and it is good for you to get that little bit of like a slight pain sensation in those areas that hurt, because that just means you probably have some of your tissues, fascia, muscle, different things in there that have kind of bunched up, and they just need to be kind of smoothed out and released. So just work through your foot about another 2 times. Wherever you find a spot, stay there if you like, or just keep rolling back side to side. Okay, one more time. Here we are, last one. And go ahead and bring your foot back. Let's switch to the other side. So first time around, you just set the ball of your foot on the handle. Straighten that leg out. Foot's got a little pressure right where you want it. And then evenly over the ball of the foot. Bend the back knee and then hinge forward. All right, so we're just getting a little bit of pressure there. Start with the pinky side and then roll your foot across to the big toe and then do it again all the way back to the pinky. Back to the big toe side. And my dumbbell's rolling around and back. All right. So just kind of work with that a couple more times. See if you can find that tender spot on that foot. All right, one more. Now let's go ahead and come up tall and set your foot now on the top. So you're going to set the ball of your foot right on top as we stand up tall, bend through the knee. You're just going to apply a little bit of pressure from the top this time, and then you're going to start around the pinky. Find that pinky side, see if there's any little tender spots under there, and then roll across your foot to the other side. Sometimes you have to go a little bit more forward. Sometimes you need to roll it back just a little bit. And then you find those little tender places and just roll across them, or you can hold it directly on there for a little bit. So we call this self-myofascial release, which our feet tend to carry a lot of tension in them because we use them for a lot and they get abused a lot. And that's where our foundation is on our feet. So it's really important if we have a lot of tension that is unnecessary in our feet to release it. This is a good way to do it. All right, let's go for about 2 more really good slow rolls from side to side. So you go at your pace, whatever feels right for you. Like I found a spot on this foot that I have never found before. So I went a little bit more in towards my arch. So if you need to do that, go for it. All right, and last little bit, 3, 2, 1, good. Let's bring that foot back. And then we can set that dumbbell aside and we'll go right into some posture training and see how our feet feel. So let's see how our feet feel right now. We've just done a little bit of a myofascial release on our feet. So have your feet anchored to the earth and then see if you can feel the bottoms of your feet, like right where your meaty part of your foot is, the ball of your foot. Try to anchor that into the earth and then notice your heels. Think about, okay, is the weight even? Am I on one foot more than the other? Am I holding myself up right above my feet with my hips? So think about that posture that we did earlier. Now draw your navel into your spine, draw up through the kneecaps even. All right, so now go back and see how your feet feel. Did you make any adjustments? Do they feel a little more evenly distributed from front to back, side to side? All right, so we're just going to get that sensation through the feet, and then let's take in a nice big deep breath, reaching those arms up and out overhead, and then exhale that breath. Hands can come back down to heart center right here. All right, so single leg tree. So we're going to stand on one leg as we shift the weight to that leg. Keep drawing up and out of that hip, drawing in through the navel, bending the knee of the other. And you can bring that knee out to the side, and you can either anchor your little toe to the earth here, give yourself a little tripod, or bring your foot up right onto the inside of the calf right there. Drawing the crown of the head up to the sky. And you can add some branches. I'm having trouble today. Maybe it's that foot massage. All right, and if you are drawing up through the arms, making your branches, Keep them nice and tall. And you could even take it to the next level if it works for you to look up to the sky. And you could close your eyes. Good job. And then when you're ready, bring your hands back down to heart center and foot to the floor. Good. All right. Let's go ahead and take in another big deep breath. Reaching up, looking up this time. And now exhale, hands come down through heart center. All right, let's try the other side. So drawing up through the hip, crown of the head, reaching for the sky. Let's bend through that knee, bring it out to the outside. You can either tap your toe to the earth, or you can bring your foot right up to your calf. And then when you're ready, add some branches. And if you'd like to take it to that level where you look up, go ahead and do it, or closing the eyes. And when you're ready, hands back to heart center. And let's go ahead and set the foot to the earth. Good. All right, nice big deep breath. Reach up, look up. And exhale, arms come down. All right, let's turn towards the seat. So I have a little bit of a new stretch to do today. So you're going to set your foot closest to the backrest on the seat, but you're going to have it a little bit closer to the front edge of the seat. So your foot is about anywhere from 1 to 3 inches away from the front edge of the seat. And then you're going to be standing with the other foot directly under your hip. So you're going to get in this position, nice tall spine. And then from here, we're going to hinge forward from the hip. And you're going to see if you can reach the seat with your hand. So I don't know if any of you feel any stretching in your inner thigh, but that can stretch the hamstring or the inner thigh, just reaching here. And if you would like to go a little bit deeper with this, take the hand that's on the backrest and bring it to the front edge of the seat. See if you can balance from there. So you've got your hand right alongside your foot. And then just see if you can put a little pressure on that hand. If you're feeling really out of balance, it's okay to just put your hand back on the backrest. But for those of you that want to take this to a little bit deeper level, rotate your torso open towards the front. And then raise your arm up to the sky. So your bottom foot, you may want to have it turned out about 15 to 30 degrees. And let's reach those fingertips up, press the elbow or the back of the arm right up against that leg and give yourself just a little extra stretch. Taking a nice big deep breath. And then exhale, arm comes down. Good, let's go ahead and rotate back to center and coming back up. Good, let's set the foot to the floor and go to the other side. We'll try the other one. I'll be curious to find out if anybody's noticing the stretch in the inner thigh, because that's my intention, is to stretch that. So let's go ahead and stand so we can bring that foot up, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches from the edge of the seat. I suppose you could be closer, but it's harder to get the arm to stretch out. And then from here, nice tall spine, hinge from the hip. You're coming forward. See if you can reach the seat first of all. If you feel a stretch already and that's enough for you, stay there. If you want to take it a little deeper, take that hand that's on the backrest, bring it to the front edge of the seat, support yourself with that hand. And then rotate your chest open. See how that feels. You can make sure your toe is slightly angled at a 15 degree, maybe 30 degree angle. And then reach your arm up to the sky. Good, let's open this up, hold it right here. And look up to your thumb if it feels okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, let's bring that arm back down. And go ahead and come all the way back up, foot to the floor. All right, starting with the first side, let's go back over here. We're not going to put our foot up there yet. We're going to stand along the side of the chair. Taking your big deep breath, reach up, look up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down to heart center, or we're just basically going to come into a hinge. So you're going to hinge your hands down to the seat. Now take your right foot, step it back a little bit, and then try to press your foot to the floor, bending this knee here. So you're in this really nice forward lunge, trying to press that heel down. This is a calf stretch for back there. You're getting that heel pressed down, and then look up with your chest and see if you can get a little deeper into that calf. Let's hold it right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now push up off the heel onto your toe and then lift your leg up. Good. And then we're going to point that toe. And then we're going to set that foot, bend the knee right here, set that foot back down, go back into your calf stretch. You can go a little deeper, lift the chest. Look straight ahead. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now push yourself up. So you're up on the toes, heel lifts, lift that leg. Now, those of you that want to try this with me, we're going to see if we can do a balance move from here. So that leg is behind you. Now we're going to flex the foot. We've got that leg nice and fired up, drawing up and out of this hip. And then you're going to see if you can raise your arms. So one arm to begin with. And if you're feeling pretty comfortable with this, see if you can bring the other hand. So you're just resting maybe your fingertips on the seat. And if you're feeling pretty comfortable with that, see if you can raise your arm up. So you'll be standing on one leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your hands back down, foot down, and we'll do the other leg. So take that leg behind you, press back, bend this knee, it's in front, press back with that heel, get that nice stretch to begin with, and hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your heel up, follow the foot, push off, lift that leg. You can point your toe the first time. And then bring your leg back down, set the toes down, push the heel down, lift the chest, look up, get that stretch through that calf. So you want to feel that nice stretch back there. Looking up right here, heel pressing back as far, as close to the floor as you can get it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up. This time we're going to see if we can balance. So have your foot flexed. Fire up through that standing leg. See if you can lift one arm to begin with, extending those fingertips out. Now see if you can just bring your other hand so there's a little bit of weight on your fingertips. Putting most of the weight on that single leg. If you're comfortable with that, bring your other arm up. Balance yourself right here. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands down, foot down. And then you're going to set the weight back in your heels. Start to bend through the knees, hips come down, chest up, eyes up. Draw your navel into your spine, hands to heart center. Let's do our last set of these little squats right here for 8 pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's stand up nice and tall. And hands down by your side. Come to the front of your seat. We're going to finish stretching from the chair. So from the front of the seat, make sure it's nice and close. And let's take in a big deep breath, reach up. Leave your arms up if you're comfortable doing this. Exhale or bring your hands to heart center. And then we're going to hinge forward. Then you push the weight back in your heels. Knees start to soften and chest stays lifted. Navel is drawing into the spine. Come and hover over your chair. We're going to do it nice and slow. And lower yourself one little like notch at a time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Have a seat. Make sure you're on the front edge of the seat and then take one leg out front. I think I need to back a little bit so you can see me. And one foot out. So this leg will be straight. Those toes are going to the sky. This foot is directly under this knee. Everything's square with the hips. Nice tall spine. So let's get that nice tall seated spine. Draw the navel in. Crown of the head reaching for the sky. Shoulders down and back. Now lift those toes a little higher. Straighten that leg a little more. And then hinge with that nice straight spine like you're trying to press the chest forward. Crown of the head's reaching away from the tailbone. And hold it right here. If you'd like to, see if you can draw your toes back towards you just a little bit more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's bring it back up. And switch legs. So bring the other leg out straight. Toes to the sky. Get that tall seated posture. And then think about drawing the crown of the head to the sky, and navel's drawing into the spine, and then you're gonna hinge forward from the hips. Pressing the chest forward, seeing if those toes can come back just a little more. Holding it there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and take one foot, set it on top of the opposite leg. So if you are tight in this area, first of all, just make sure you get your leg up close to the body, and then crown of the head reaches for the sky. Then once you have that really straight spine, then you can let your knee come down. This foot is going to maintain being flexed. Spine stays tall. You can add a little bit of pressure if you like right here. So you can open that up a little bit more. Then we'll hinge forward, keeping the chest pressed forward. The crown of the head still reaching away from the tailbone in a nice straight line. Oh, good. Let's hold this right here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up, switch legs. So bring the knee up first. Leg, foot's, ankle's gonna go on top of that leg. Make sure you get the straight spine before you begin. And once you have your straight spine, then bring your leg down. If you wanna add that little pressure, go for that. Keep the spine tall. And then hinge forward, pressing forward with the chest. Good. Let's hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. And foot back to the floor. Sit all the way to the back of the seat. And let's go ahead and reach those arms out to the side like you've got those active arms, just like we started class. Fingertips are reaching away. Active arms. Now bend your elbows. Have your hands come right behind your head. And you can relax your arms now. You can relax your chest. Let all your body weight just sink back towards the backrest. Letting your head be heavy, dropping behind you. See if you can just let those arms relax to the point where your elbows just go a little wider and a little wider. Just take some nice relaxing breaths from here. Allow yourself to just fully relax into this. And on your next breath, on the exhale, go ahead and come forward and let your arms come down by your side. Good. And that'll be it for today, you guys. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing you all on Friday. So have a great day. Stay cool and dry.